Hello everyone, I'm your host Mariana and you're listening to A Degree Farther, the official podcast of the graduate school at Hood College, where we feature current students, alumni and faculty who are innovators on our campus and in our community. Today we are with a current student at Hood College who is pursuing his master in the Biomedical Science program. His name is Zachary Klug. Before joining the graduate school, Klug was also an undergraduate student at Hood, where he majored in biochemistry and became a member of the 4+ program. He is currently working on his thesis on primary cilia, the antenna-like structures on cells that are used for signaling. We will talk about his experience at Hood, at the 4+ program, his research, and his plans for the future. I hope you learn a lot from him. Don't forget to follow us and turn on the notification button for the next episodes. Enjoy it! Hi, Zachary. How are you today?
Doing swell. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you so much for coming and for being here with us today.
Of course, yeah.
All right. So if we can start talking a little bit about your career path and your career background.
Sure, yeah. So originally, before I started my undergraduate career, I was in retail for a little bit and decided that was definitely not for me. So once I got into college and everything, I first started my career job-wise during the summer of my junior year. I was a part of the Summer Research Institute. And so basically what that entailed was I was a research assistant back when I was up in chemistry. And so for the summer, we worked on a project together and I followed that up with an independent study. And then after that, I took a little bit of a break just to get everything together by graduation. And then I started as a graduate assistant over for the Department of Biology now. And so that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. And how you will describe your experience at Hood College?
I have absolutely adored my experience at Hood. I feel like I've met so many just awesome people and had so many good opportunities, especially like career wise, but like I really like the fact that the departments are set up that the classes are so much smaller than like state schools because you really get to know like your professors better and you get to know the people on campus a little bit better. But I love all of it.
Yeah, I love that it's a very small community. So I know that you're part of the 4+ program. I don't know if everybody knows about this program, but can you tell us a little bit about what is it and your experience with that program?
Sure, yeah. So the whole idea is that typically it takes about 4 years to get a bachelor's degree, and then it could take anywhere from 2 to 5 years to get a master's degree. And so the idea of the 4+ program is to condense that down so you could get both degrees in a 5-year span so that you would start taking graduate classes as electives during the end of your undergrad. And then after 5 years, you can say that I have a master's of whichever. And so my experience with it was I started in my senior year, I started to take classes for the biomedical science program. And I'm glad I did because I got to experience some really cool stuff during my undergrad. And obviously, it put me ahead on my master's degree now. So I'm not cramming as much work as I would have been.
That's great. And why biomedical science? Like after doing your biochemistry bachelor, why biomedical science?
Yeah, so the whole reason I did biochemistry was originally I thought I wanted to go into pre-med and things like that. And I very quickly realized that I actually like lab science a lot more. And so biochemistry for me explained a lot of things in biology a lot better. Before that, I just had a very like rough understanding, and there was a lot of hand wavy concepts that it was like, yes, these things bind because they're complementary, but I didn't really know why. But so now having that background, I decided to move into biomedical science because I'm like, okay, now I can better understand these things, and this is something that I have a passion for and want to keep doing moving forward.
That's amazing. It's very interesting. And you talk a little bit about how you like to do research and you're like a research person. So are you currently involved in any academic research?
Yes, so right now I'm in the thesis track part of the biomedical science program. And so the project that I'm working on right now, I'm studying with Dr. Lou Cherry. We're working on primary cilia, which essentially are these little antenna-like projections that come off of cells, and cells use them for signaling. And so what we're interested in is we're studying a protein complex called IFTA. And basically what it does is it helps move cargo with a different complex up and down the cilia. And so what we found is that when there's mutations in these proteins, that it just isn't really good. Patient outcome is very, very bad. And so what we're trying to do is study these proteins a little more and figure out why that's happening so that we can get further to hopefully a solution.
Okay, that's that's hard to understand, but it sounds very useful for the science. And how long you're being in that project?
So I'll be doing this project for by the time I'm done with it, it'll be for about 2 years. And I'm sorry for the I try to simplify it, but it is a little abstract. So
Yeah, it is, but it will be interesting to talk a little bit more about that maybe in the future.
mhm.
Maybe you'll find the solutions that you're looking for.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. And what are your future career plans?
So my future career plans, I would definitely like to stay in the world of research. And Frederick has so many amazing labs around, and a lot of them are really open to like Hood students because there's a lot of Hood alumni there. And so big dream would be if I can go work at like NIH or somewhere cool like that. But I would be content working anywhere as like a research assistant or some sort of thing in that capacity at a lab.
I'm sure you will, and I'm sure you will find very good, important things for the future. Okay, and we love to finish our conversations talking a little bit about you. It can be any academic or personal fun fact or words of wisdom that you would like to share.
Gotcha. So I always suck when it comes to fun facts because I always blank out and can't think of anything, but I do have some words of wisdom. So a big thing for me that it took me a while to learn this, especially throughout my undergrad and especially with like the pandemic and things, is that reaching out and asking for help when you need it is completely invaluable, especially in an academic setting. Like if you get through a lesson and you really don't understand it, don't try to just brute force it on your own and figure it out. It'll be way better for you to go to that professor and say, hey, I really don't understand anything. Can you please help me out? And that will help you so much in the long run with just being more comfortable with reaching out to people rather than trying to independently run your way through everything.
Yeah, I agree. And here at Hood College, everybody's always so like there to help you. Like you're always gonna find someone that is gonna be there to help you.
For sure, yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was so nice to talk with you. I am learning about your field, and I hope to meet you in person.
Absolutely, yeah. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, you as well.
Thank you so much for listening to A Degree Further, the official podcast of the graduate school at Hood College, where we help you go further in your life, in your career, and in your community. Be sure to tune in next time and to catch up on all the latest episodes. Visit hood.edu/A Degree Further. I'm your host, Mariana, and thank you so much for listening. Hello everyone, I'm your host Mariana and you're listening to A Degree